Osasuna, Real Madrid got two more injuries. Rodrygo and Vazquez will both be out for a while. Rodrygo and Vazquez will both be out for a while because they hurt their muscles in the first half against Osasuna, according to Real Madrid. Was taken off after only 20 minutes, but Vazquez played until halftime and then was taken off. Then the Brazilian has played less for Real Madrid. He has only played 667 minutes in La Liga, but he has scored 3 goals and set up 1 other in that time. The news says he will be out for 5 to 6 weeks. He also played 22 crosses, which is the third most of any Real Madrid player in the Spanish Premier League. He has also tried 32 dribbles and completed 14, which is the third most in the team so far this season. Vazquez is expected to be out for about a month, which will be a problem for Carlo Ancelotti at right back since Dani Carvajal is already out for the season with an ACL injury. After Madrid said on Saturday that Eder Militao needed surgery to fix an ACL tear he got in the first half of the same game. After tests today by Real Madrid's medical services, it was found that our player Lucas Vazquez has hurt the adductor longus muscle on his left leg. His progress will be tracked. Real Madrid medical services did tests on our player Rodrygo and found that he has hurt the rectus abdominis muscle in his left leg. His progress will be tracked. Another blow for Carlo Ancelotti. Both players will be out for a month, and Real Madrid's injury list keeps growing. The team has already lost 7 players to injury this season: Carvajal, Alaba, Courtois, Tchouaméni, Lucas Vazquez, and Rodrygo. Real Madrid has announced that Rodrygo and Lucas Vazquez will both be out for a while after hurting their muscles in the first half against Osasuna. Rodrygo was taken off after only 20 minutes, but Vazquez played until halftime and then was taken off. The Brazilian has played less for Real Madrid. He has only played 667 minutes in La Liga, but he has scored 3 goals and set up 1 other in that time. The news says he will be out for 5 to 6 weeks. Played 22 crosses, which is the third most of any Real Madrid player in the Spanish Premier League. He has also tried 32 dribbles and completed 14, which is the third most in the team so far this season. Vazquez is expected to be out for about a month, which will be a problem for Carlo Ancelotti at right back since Dani Carvajal is already out for the season with an ACL injury. After Madrid said on Saturday that Eder Militao needed surgery to fix an ACL tear he got in the first half of the same game. Faces more injury setbacks following their recent win over Osasuna, with both Rodrygo and Lucas Vazquez joining the growing list of sidelined players. During the match, Rodrygo left the pitch after just 20 minutes due to a muscle injury, while Vazquez followed at halftime. Rodrygo, who has played a more limited role this season with just 667 minutes in La Liga, managed to score 3 goals and contribute an assist. He also ranks 3rd among Real Madrid players in both crosses and dribbles this season. He's expected to be out for 5 to 6 weeks. Vazquez, who plays a crucial role in covering the right-back position, will likely miss around a month. His absence adds to Carlo Ancelotti's selection issues, especially with Dani Carvajal already out for the season with an ACL injury. The injury challenges don't end there for Real Madrid. Just recently, the team confirmed that Eder Militao would require surgery following an ACL tear sustained in the same game. These setbacks contribute to a growing list of injured players, including Carvajal, Alaba, Courtois, Tchouaméni, and now Vazquez and Rodrygo. Real Madrid's medical team confirmed the details of these injuries. Vazquez has been diagnosed with an injury to the adductor longus muscle in his left leg, while Rodrygo is dealing with a rectus abdominis muscle injury in his left leg. Both players will undergo monitoring to track their progress. These injuries represent yet another challenge for Real Madrid this season, as the club navigates a series of absences among their key players. Ancelotti will have to adapt his lineup and strategies as the team faces an increasingly demanding season. These recent injuries present a significant tactical challenge for Carlo Ancelotti. Losing both Rodrygo and Vazquez limits Real Madrid's options on the right wing and at right back, a role that has already been difficult to fill following Dani Carvajal's ACL injury. Ancelotti may need to rely more heavily on younger or less experienced players, and possibly even adjust his formation to accommodate these absences. One potential solution could be shifting key players into new positions. Federico Valverde, for example, has the versatility to cover multiple midfield and wing positions, and he may be utilized more on the right flank to provide coverage. Similarly, Lucas Vazquez's role as a right back could be filled by Nacho Fernandez or potentially even a youth player if Ancelotti seeks to keep other starters in their usual roles. The absence of Rodrygo impacts Madrid's offensive depth. Known for his quick pace, dribbling skills, and ability to stretch defenses, Rodrygo has been a critical asset in breaking down tough opponents and creating space for his teammates. His absence means more pressure will fall on Vinicius Jr. and Joselu to carry the attacking load, with fewer options to rotate during critical matches. These injury challenges come at a particularly tough time as Real Madrid enters a busy schedule, including La Liga and Champions League commitments. Depth will be essential to keep players fresh and prevent further injuries, but the lack of available substitutes means more strain on the remaining squad. Ancelotti may opt for a more conservative approach in some fixtures, possibly focusing on defensive stability to compensate for the missing offensive power. This season has been unforgiving in terms of injuries. Real Madrid has lost 7 key players at various times, with many of them suffering from long-term issues. In addition to Vazquez, Rodrygo, and Carvajal, veterans like Courtois and Militao have been out, removing core defensive strength. Ancelotti and his staff have implemented regular rotations, but the growing list of sideline players could lead them to adjust training intensities and match strategies to minimize risk. As the team prepares for upcoming fixtures, Madrid will need to capitalize on their remaining depth. Veterans like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos may see more minutes, and rising stars like Brahim Diaz could have a chance to shine. Additionally, Real Madrid's medical and rehabilitation team will be focused on speeding up recovery without compromising player fitness, as each player's return could significantly impact their title race in La Liga and their pursuit of Champions League glory. With so many core players out, fans and analysts alike will be watching to see how Ancelotti and his squad handle these challenges. Real Madrid has a history of rising to the occasion under pressure, but this season's injury list is testing their depth and resilience like never before.